Gold has finally done it. It has gone and created a new all-time high around 2,133. Is this the top, or are we going to continue up from here? In this video, we are going to analyze together and see what is happening. Last night, the market opened and pushed up a whopping 600 pips and quickly retraced afterwards over 700. So let's begin on the monthly time frame. As usual, we had a monthly closure, and so we can finally confirm a new monthly bullish storyline because we have a monthly reject monthly over here of this open and close level, and on the weekly time frame we had a weekly bullish breakout. So monthly is bullish. On the weekly time frame we had a weekly reject weekly over here of this level to the left, and looking one time frame lower we had a daily bullish breakout. So monthly and weekly are bullish. On the weekly time frame we also have this weekly trend line. So this is a massive confluence for a reversal at this all-time high. Moving down to the daily time frame, we had a rejection over here. What were we rejecting? We were rejecting this level to the left. So daily reject daily. And on the H4 time frame, we had an H4 bullish breakout. So monthly, weekly, and daily, extremely bullish. We were looking to buy. All-time high got formed, and now everyone's confused. What are we doing? Are we buying? Are we selling? Well, let's have a look. So right now, of course, we had this massive rejection up here, but if we look left, we have no reference point. However, this rejection to the downside, we can see that we are rejecting this daily level, previous all-time high. So the daily is currently rejecting over here on the H4. We don't have any levels at our first left. I wouldn't suggest looking far left on the H4 right now, but on the H1 we can of course see that price is rejecting this open and close level. So this is definitely a decent intraday buying opportunity that we can see over here. After rejecting this level, the H1 has gone and formed a new support level. So this is something that we can consider playing from intraday. Maybe not holding, because you can see that we have this huge V shape, massive strong reaction to this all-time high being formed. So we've got to be careful holding these longs because we can see the momentum to the downside now. Okay, so that is our nearest buying scenario. As for sells, usually what we would look for is a daily reject daily and one time frame lower. On the H4 we would need a bearish breakout, but right now we can't have a daily reject daily. We don't have any levels. Okay, so we've got to leave that part out of the plan. Of course you don't need to, but I like to be a little bit more aggressive. And what I'll be doing is I'll just be focusing on an H4 bearish breakout. Now you may be asking, is this a level that we can use for a bearish breakout? Because this is a bullish candle. Usually I would say no. I like to keep my trading as mechanical as possible. And so I would have much preferred a push up, a bearish candle, and then another push up, and then breaking this to confirm an H4 bearish breakout. But we don't have that. And our next breakout level would be all the way down here. So that's too far for me. And yeah, we've got to improvise in these scenarios, always stay flexible. And so I'll be using this as my breakout level. And this is why the line chart overlaid on the candlesticks is very useful for this style of trading. So in just under 20 minutes, if this H4 candle closes below this breakout level, we will have an H4 bearish breakout, and we can begin to look for sells. In the meantime, on the H1, we have already had a bearish breakout. Now what we look for is one time frame below. So I would usually never consider this H1 bearish breakout, but in this scenario, it is definitely a great confluence for sells. So back to the H4, this level that we are considering for the bearish breakout, we can see here on the H1, it's very close to this left shoulder. And what we can see happened is that we had a H1 rejection of this left shoulder. Also, H1 left shoulder MTF with the H4 open and close level, followed by H1 rejection. Okay, so this, depending on whether or not this H1 candle closes bearish, this can be our new H1 resistance to play from. Okay, guys? So don't be a perfectionist. Don't be waiting all the way up here and here to look for sells. What we'll do is we'll focus on the most recent and just follow the flow. And remember that you do not need to be the first one in the market. Quick story time before I finish off this video. When the market opened, I was considering buying. I had a feeling that the market was going to go up, but this is not a setup for me. So I had to wait and sit on the sidelines and watch the market push all the way up. And of course, I felt FOMO. I felt a bit upset about it. But you learn to live with that in trading. And as we started to see this rejection, I was considering selling. But of course, we've got to stick to the plan. And once this H1 bearish candle formed, I had a limit order up here set for selling. But of course, we didn't reach there. And so just remember, guys, that you do not need to be the first one in the market. Because if we look in the past, what happened the previous times that we formed an all-time high? Over here, this was the previous high on the monthly time frame. We formed a new all-time high. And if you were patient and you were able to not FOMO throughout this huge bearish movement down, we formed a new monthly resistance level. And so in the following month, this was August 2020, in September, if you had waited, we came into this resistance level. Let's actually just go over this quickly. We came back into this resistance level. Got to change this template. Okay. September. Yep. So we came back up into that monthly resistance level on the weekly time frame. This resistance was not fresh, so we've got no reference over here, but I'm sure that if we check on the daily time frame, we will get our answer. So on the daily time frame, we had our fresh resistance. We came into that. You could have even waited for more confirmation. So we have that daily reject daily, bullish candle, bearish candle, new resistance formed over here. And look at that. You could have played from there. But remember, you had to weather all of this. How long did you have to wait? Over a month. But in trading, this is what we've got to do. So, yeah. Just a little mini lesson at the end there. I hope you guys took some value from this. Catch you on the next one.